So the SPA to Governor Mbah has just resigned. This was the SPA on water resources, water and sanitation resources. He has just resigned his position. And like I've always said, that he's a white guy. But sometimes when white guys meet with Nigerians who are determined, there's this spark that comes, there's this, growth that comes. Especially Nigerians who live and work abroad. They say they are very resilient, that they're hardworking people abroad. So I'm sure that this is Andreas Gabeuar was saying to himself, if he comes to Nigeria and take up this job, he's going to see the same set of people. And maybe with his experience and with his leadership, he will be able to galvanize and make things work. I'm sure he met a lot of brick walls. Nigerians that live in Nigeria and Nigerians that live abroad are totally different people. You know why? The ones that are abroad, they know that they have to hustle to make ends meet, to make returns back home. But it's not the same for Nigeria, who is here, who practically have no pressure to life, no pressure at all from anybody, to do anything spectacular. So when you just oppose it, you know that it's totally different. So I'm quite curious, because he dropped a message on social media on a few things. I want to read that message to you, so we can actually have some alignments, some conversations regarding that. So let's say this is Andreas Gabeuar, a message to Water Corporation in Enugu State, just before he resigned. It says, "Dear team, with yesterday at midnight, I stepped down as an SPA to Governor. With most of you, it was not only a pleasure, but a meaningful collaboration. Some of you really understood what we were trying to achieve. A few still don't know what it means to be part of a team. Thanks to the team players that helped, people are again proud of the Water Corporation. A few still don't know what it means to be part of the team. Thanks to the team players that helped, that people are again proud of the Water Corporation." Okay. "Please forgive me if I was impatient at times. It always came from a desire to grow you and me to a team and to reach our goal together. Enugu has become a second home for me, and I will always feel connected to the ENSWC. As soon as I am back, I will invite you for a dinner to say thank you for your support properly. I wish you and the Enugu State Water and Waste Corporation all the best, and hopefully our ways will once cross again. Warm regards, Andreas Gabeuar." So that's the message. There's a whole lot you can pick from that message. But the part where he says there are people who do not know what it means to work in a team. Up until this governor took over in 2023, nobody knew whether Water Corporation was existing in Enugu. In fact, it was moribund. There was nothing that was happening at Water Corporation in Enugu. I can tell you that for free. Because it was a place where people just come and draw salaries, and at the end of the day, nothing happened. Mbah came and saw the rot. The rot is monumental. I know at some point, I interviewed one of them, I've forgotten his name, but I interviewed one of their public relations person at that time. Like, you could tell, even as someone who is asking the question, you could tell that this person shouldn't be anywhere near Water Corporation or water administration or water anything. Like, you can practically touch the decadence. You can feel the decadence. And so Peter Mbah said, you know what? We have to overhaul this whole thing. And it has to be in such a way that, just like they do in Abuja and in other places where, I can't tell for other places, but for me, I lived in Abuja and we pay for water. Like, water runs in your house, inside your house. Is this Enugu that is way to? Why can't water run in people's houses? Is it a crime if water runs in your house, inside your house? Will anything happen? Why shouldn't we be thinking of that? Everybody borehole, everybody dig. Some would go and dig out demons. Some would go and dig out coal. This man came and said, you know what? Let me do this thing. And got a Gabeuar, this man, to man the place. And remember, the investment, he attracted an investor that would help with the water thing. So much so that when this water is connected, depending on the cubic or whatever amount that you use in your house, you're going to pay for it. That is how it is done everywhere. And the payment that you do will be used to maintain the facilities, the infrastructure that's got to do with the system. And so, because we needed some direction, because the place has to run like a private industry, he needed people who have foresight. And this guy came in. And I'm sure they must have frustrated this guy's life. They must have frustrated this guy's life. They must have even done juju. Trust people now. This man want to come and take away what we're eating from. This one want to come and take away our hegemony, the place we learn and eat from. Peter Mbah, the kind of person he is, he doesn't care who you are, where you are, what you are, because I also see people say things like, why would he give our jobs to a foreigner? Why would he give our jobs to somebody who is outside, the Igbo land? And I say, why not? Why don't you ask the same questions to Super Eagles or to Nigerian government when they employ a foreigner to come and manage Super Eagles? Why don't you ask the same question? You cry and cry. The day they employed Akeredolu to head the ESBS, it became a problem. It was all over the place. Why would you give it? Yoruba man, Igbo. And I when I hear this argument, I cringe. So somebody cannot have a job in his own country because he's from a certain tribe. Are we mad? Is something wrong with us? We brought somebody who's an expatriate. We are not even asking what is the competence of this person. Where is he coming from? What is he going to bring to the table? What is he going to give to improve our people, to improve our system? And water has been one of the major things that this man promised in his manifesto. In fact, it was the cardinal point of this man's administration. I says water. And he got somebody who can assist. 2 years down the line now, they're frustrating that this man. Look at what he has written. It's clear. Some people don't know. Some people don't know what it means to work in a system, what it means to work in a group, in a team. And then when you make a move to sack them, it's now publicized to the world. They have sacked us, whereas you are not important, whereas you have not brought anything to the table. Thank God for the kind of person that Peter Mbah is. Doesn't listen to anybody. He does the thing with his own conviction, hold him responsible if anything fails. The water, you cannot say there hasn't been any improvement in water. Nobody can say that there hasn't been any form of improvement in water sanitation in Enugu or water distribution in Enugu. Yes, you could say is it to the scale of what it was promised? Of course not, but you can see the effort, you can feel the effort. There are places in Enugu water runs, even though it's not yet gone into several other places. But you can tell that there was serious effort made by this government in order to have water run in our homes. And this is actually this guy is one of the success story of this administration. Then they have now frustrated him out of this place. I hope they have a replacement for him and somebody who can stay on, teach these people what to do and how to go about bringing a privately motivated, sensible direction for water resources. If you don't do that, then you'll be in trouble. You'll be in deep trouble. But I salute the man's courage. He's been here with his Senate. I hope I wish him all the best in his future endeavor. But again, I think that Peter Mbah should move fast to hire somebody who can competently, wherever they are, whether they're in Kaura Namuda or Massachusetts, or wherever it is that they are, get them to get things going. The most important thing is get our jobs working and get our water running in different homes. That's the most important thing. Thank you.